Hi, Scorpio, Sun, Moon, Ascendant, or Venus. This is Dane, and I'm going to be doing your beginning to mid of May 2022 reading for you. Now I ask if this reading resonates with you. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. If you're interested in any of the cards that I'm using, they will all be listed in the description box below. Now, before we begin this reading, let us clear the energy space, raising our own energy vibration and releasing any negativity. This cleanse and meditation will be accompanied by a loud sound. So let's take a nice deep breath in, exhaling whenever it feels comfortable for you. Releasing all negativity from the body like storm clouds, letting yourself feel calm, centered, and at peace as we enter into this safe and loving space. Scorpio, the imagery that's coming forward is so interesting. So I saw a silhouette of a bull and like a cowboy riding that bull and trying to be thrown. The bull was trying to throw the cowboy. And then it changed into the silhouette of the bull changed into the silhouette of a horse. So I don't know if somebody's been to a rodeo or if somebody's trying to contact you, like maybe they went to a rodeo, a bullfight, something like that. That could definitely be the case. They could be from a state or a place where bulls or horses, mustangs are prevalent. That can also very well be what this person is trying to. There's somebody saying here, I always loved cowboys, but this person was a city person. Like, that person's coming in very, very strong for somebody here. They were a city boy through and through, or a city girl, but they're like, I always loved cowboys. I always loved the idea of the Wild West, or just that time period. So this energy is coming forward. It can also be like Texas or Montana or, even New Hampshire or wherever that kind of, cowboy energy is, the Midwest, if you're in, or Spain coming forward. Also, all these different places where it's just like, yeah, just a sense of vast spaces, freedom, and like just having a really good time. Just having a really, really good time. It's all those quintessential, kind of quote unquote touristy things. New Mexico also. So just seeing that, embracing that, understanding that here is going to be very important. Or just even an energy of do something daring. Do something daring. Could even be that. Is it the Geico commercial that comes on where the guy's riding a electric bull? It's not really a bull. And it could be at somebody's, favorite bar too, that kind of riding an electric bull type of thing. Okay, so let's look at the energy that we need to be mindful of. Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Guide this reading and show me clearly. Angels and spirit guides. Ooh, okay, so these two right here. We have the Sun, interesting, and the Two of Wands. Okay. Something's opening up to us, too good to be true. Somebody's selling it really hard. They are selling it really hard. You need more information. That's it. That's absolutely it. This might be somebody's idea of their dream or exactly what they love and they want. It's not going to necessarily be that way for you if you don't get all the information. It's not saying that it'll all go pear-shaped. It's just saying you need more information. So getting that information is going to be paramount. Then let's look at our chakra energy. Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Guide this reading and show me clearly. Okay. Also the energy here, be sure to wear your sunscreen. That is going to be very important. Don't spend a lot of time in the sun. That is also going to be very important during this time. So just be aware of this. We have determination and we have self-mastery. This is the solar plexus chakra. This is trusting our gut. Spirit is just saying to me, slow down, enunciate clearly. It's like this is a time where listening to your gut is going to be so important, and slowing it down, because you're going to feel like, yeah, that's exactly the energy that's coming forward. You're going to feel like, okay, I have to get this all done, or the faster I can do this, the better it will be. type of thing. And Spirit's saying, no, 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 no. Slow, steady. We are astoundingly determined. We are seeing ourselves being reborn, but we have to get to that point. It's like the salmon swimming upstream. They're going to lay their eggs. They're going to be reborn right in their children. That is what we are doing. We are being reborn in ourselves, and in what we're doing, in what we're dedicating ourselves to, there's also a sense of powerful mastery of what we want, of what we're looking for. Also a sense of some of us almost feel like we're coming home, feel like we're stepping back into ourselves. We lost that way for a while. We have 15 and 16 here, the numbers, 15 and then 16 in the chakra cards. So that progression is going to be also important. That sense of stepping forward. It's like we start to see ourselves, then we start to see what we deeply need or what we're deeply guided to. Emotions are going to be running high, Scorpio. They always are. So acknowledging the fact that, yes, this runs high. Yes, this is super intense. Yes, this is kind of more than I wanted to deal with. But it is something worth fighting for. It is a battle that I need to win. It doesn't have to be a big battle. It could be, kind of one of those small battles that you have throughout the day that say, okay, you know what? I did this. I achieved this. Let's keep going. Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Guide this reading and show me clearly. Angels. We have Justice, strong Libra energy coming in. Oh, goodness. We have Scorpio. Scorpio, you're coming forward. If you're born on the cusp with Libra, very powerful time. Very powerful. You'll be very much a Libra and a Scorpio during this time. You have the Two of Wands. That's the energy you're also being told to be mindful of. Doors are opening. You're seeing the world in a new way. It brings us to Judgment. We're rising out of darkness, hurt, pain, disappointment. We're rising into what we need. So Justice is judging. This is going to be a time where we might be feeling judged, or we might be actually very judgy during this time. So just be aware of it. We might be looking at things through very, very critical eyes. For others, yes, but also for ourselves. There is an energy here of I need to be discerning of what I let into my life. This is going to be with everything. They're saying from the teacup to, the job. I am discerning about what I bring into my life, to the people, my friends, everything like that. This is a time to start saying what's just, what is balanced for me. What is it that I need? What is it that I'm seeking? What is it that I desire? So that's also coming forward. There's also a person coming forward. Okay, so I'm just seeing like a cat tilt their head. And does somebody always say about this person, like, curious as a cat, or curiosity killed the cat, satisfaction brought them back? Or does that describe them? Because I'm very much seeing that this person like just looks at things and waits and sees and waits and then pounces and then goes after. So there's a sense of slow justice here. This person waits for long-lasting justice, but slow justice. They're not quick to boil over. That's going to be a very interesting person during this time. Kind of watch them, what they're doing, how they want to move forward, what's important to them, because there's going to be something that inspires you, but there's also going to be something where you're like, no, I don't think that's right for me. So just be aware of that. Then we have Scorpio energy. This is us. This is us within the stars. This is a time where we need to see us. We need to embrace our voice. We need to embrace what we want, what we need, what we're looking for. This is a time also of secrets. People might say, oh, wow, Scorpio, you're really keeping things from me. You're not necessarily keeping things from people, but you're weighing them out within yourself. You really are. Yeah. So for even Scorpios who aren't born on the cusp with Libra or don't have Libra in their charts, this is going to be a time where you're really weighing things. It's like, okay, I'm going to make the most informed, the best decision that I can possibly make. I'm really weighing what I want, what I need, where I'm headed, because we're looking with the Two of Wands and we're seeing a new way to move forward. We're seeing what we want. We're seeing, a new horizon, a new insight, a new idea. And it's like, okay, I didn't know that door could be opened, or, okay, I didn't know that was a possibility coming in. So there's also a sense of a door that was closed and we thought that it was closed forever, and now it's opening up to us and we're like, oh, that's weird. Like, it's just weird. I don't know if we find a key to something. It's like, oh my gosh, this is the key. I just see somebody saying that. It's like, oh my gosh, this is the key. This is what I need. It doesn't have to be a physical key, but it can just be somebody finding the answer, or somebody, kind of figuring out, and they say, oh, this is the key. And so it's like, look that way. When that is said, it's like, oh, okay, I see it. There's also going to be somebody wearing a key necklace or a key tattoo, something to that effect, where they hold the key to a lot of things. they're not going to be quick to share. So there's something here where, yeah, the door is opening. We're really seeing it, but there's something here where, like, not so quick to share. We might have the key necklace or the key tattoo. Yeah. Judgment. We're rising. We're rising out of darkness, hurt, pain, disappointment, fear. We're rising to something greater, something more. And this is going to be a time where we're like, oh, I'm finally out of that box. Or I can't believe I was stuck that way for so long. And there's a real sense of just fresh air. Having all the windows in the house open, or just, sitting outside and just breathing in the fresh air and being like, oh, I needed that. I needed that cleansing. Somebody could also be doing a cleansing during this time to clear away negative energy, negative space. You could be looking at things and saying, you know what? It just needs to all be upheld or rehauled, or I don't know what word Spirit is showing me. Hauled away is what I'm seeing. It's hauled away. Something to do with the dumpster too. We might have a dumpster. Where it's like, it just needs to go. It just needs to go. Yeah. Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Guide this reading and show me clearly. Angels and spirit guides. Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Guide this reading and show me clearly. Okay. So we have the Knight of Wands. The Hierophant. Hierophant holds the keys. That's why keys are coming up so strongly during this time. The Nine of Pentacles. The Seven of Pentacles. And Justice coming through once again. Again, very, very strong Libra energy. Time frame can also be, so Spirit's saying give the time frame. Time frame of Libra is September 23rd to October 22nd. That can have a significance to you as well. And I'm just going to take a sip of water. The Knight of Wands, fire sign energy, Aries, Leo, or Sagittarius. I see this being somebody who's very strong-willed. So I'm leaning more towards an Aries, just very much in the moment, like in the battle of the now. But this is just going to be a person where you define them as, so maybe not Aries, but this person doesn't think ahead. This person just doesn't think ahead. They don't look at the bigger picture. They think of the immediate, battle, insult, thing that has to be fought, learned, understood right now, and that's all they go for. So just being aware of that, where this person isn't looking at the bigger picture, they're also stuck in the past. They're looking at either this is the way it's always been done, or I'm not changing it, or, there's a sense of, I did this is how it has to be. So you're running up against this person time and time again. They're hot-headed, they're fiery, they lose their temper quicker than they keep it. So that's this person right here. And again, they're always looking in the past. And that's where they're getting a lot of their ideas from. And you're trying to pull them into the present. You're trying to be like, well, what about this? And because they can't see it, they're not going to connect with it. We then have the Hierophant. Again, Taurus energy. This is a sense of, again, the keys are coming forward. You hold the keys. But this is also saying be very true to yourself. But also be very open and honest with yourself. What do I need to ground me? What do I need to see by? How do I need to open up this door? Lies will not work during this time. There is going to be a kind of desire to lie to ourselves. It's going to be a pretty little lie. Yeah, that's what Spirit's saying. A pretty little lie. It's going to be something that we think, or somebody thinks telling us it is harmless, or we think, oh, this is just harmless. Spirit is saying here, no lies. It has to be founded in the truth or in what we absolutely desire. So either we see it raw or we don't see it at all. We want to see the bones of things are also going to be very important. There's a ritual to something. We need that ritual, or we need to start a ritual. It's almost like a leaf blowing in the wind. It is a leaf blowing in the wind, and we need it to be grounded. We need us to be grounded. Okay, so that's going to be important. We're going to have a tendency to flitz during this time, Scorpio, one thing, then the other, and it's going to be fun, but then it's also going to get very frustrating. So acknowledging this is going to be important. Taurus is also our sister energy, so that sister energy balances us. It can also bless us, as sisters can, if you have a sister, or just absolutely annoy us like no other. So being aware of that is going to be very important. Things that can really help elevate us can also really just push our buttons during this time. The Nine of Pentacles, prosperity, success, being in the moment. We might be a bit lonely in the moment, meaning that it's not going to be surrounded with everyone. It's not going to be that big celebration that we might want or had hoped it would be, but it's a small celebration of, yeah, I did this. Yeah, I did this. Yeah, I need to be proud of it. Yes, I need to honor it. Spirit is saying we're going to have a real sense of, okay, I did it. Now let's just move on to the next thing. Let's move on to the next thing. There's also somebody around us who very much has that energy. Okay, I'm going to move on to the next. It's not a big deal. Don't take time to celebrate, especially if it's with your team. Make sure that you celebrate. Like, go out for drinks, have cake, go out for coffee, something like that to build up everybody's morale, or just doing something that builds up everybody's morale at home or at work. That's going to be important during this time, because it almost feels like we don't feel like we're seen, or the people around us don't feel like they're seen. I'm just seeing a whole bunch of shadows. Scorpio, we live in the shadows, so that's very powerful for us and very profound, but for others, they might not feel comfortable with it. So we're going to need to celebrate. And they're showing us really we need to be that person who initiates that celebration. The Seven of Pentacles, patience. It's also not going to be something easily obtained, meaning that we might be flipping through a catalog or, scrolling on Amazon or online saying, okay, what about this and what about that? And maybe this or maybe that. It's not going to be a quick fix. Look at the space, look at what's needed, and then really make sure that you're getting what you desire, or you're getting what has value, because that's going to be really important here. There's also a sense, I don't know if somebody's a personal shopper. You have somebody they throw money at you and then they're never satisfied. So be very mindful of that type of person, because they're really going to drain your energy. I just see somebody throwing money at you, never being satisfied. It might not be a personal shopper, but that energy is coming forward. So do be aware of it, because it's going to get to you. It really is going to get to you. It can't even be that they don't throw money at you, but they're not satisfied, and like you have to beg every single penny from them. That's going to be less likely. The one where they just they throw things at you, they just don't care. They're like, well, this should be able to solve it. And it's like, no, what are you thinking of? Justice. Excuse me. Somebody isn't being just. They're not being just. We need things to be balanced. We need things to be seen. We need things to be understood. This person isn't about the balance. They're about themselves. They're not seeing. And we would think that by not seeing, they'd be able to understand. But no, they're not seeing. Makes it so that everything's more chaotic, more overwhelmed. I'm going to take a sip of water. I do apologize. Let's go deeper. Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Guide this reading and show me clearly, angels and spirit guides. We have the Six of Swords, the Devil, Capricorn energy, and the Eight of Swords. There's something here that's trapping us. There's something where we think it's supposed to be like this, or we think that we're supposed to make it work, or we think we're putting more weight on our shoulders than we need. There's something here where we're stopping ourselves from moving forward because we're afraid of what that forward looks like. We're afraid of embracing the emotions or seeing what lays on the other side. It's kind of like the devil instead of the unknown. And that's what's coming forward here. There's somebody, you don't like them. You don't like them. You're not going to like them. It's not a connection. That needs to be acknowledged. It really does need to be acknowledged, because it's almost like I'm trying to hold on to this and yet it's not working. So acknowledging this, understanding this, that's going to be very powerful for us. With the Six of Swords, there is a sense here of, I need to take my knowledge, I need to take my understanding, and I need to move forward. But again, because we're doubting every step of the way, or we're doubting things, it's like, can I do this? Can I move forward this way? There's also somebody here who's not giving us the full story. There's somebody here who's saying, take this, run with it, but they're leaving out key details. They're doing it on purpose. They don't want you to look as good as you can look, Scorpio. They want themselves to look better. This doesn't mean get into a big fight with them, because that's not going to do anything. You don't have, they're going to be like, well, where's your facts? And you don't have it, or you need to get it. So this is going to be a person where you need to come to the situation with facts, with incidents, with a little notebook filled with things, which you're going to feel like a snitch. So just be mindful of this energy. The Devil. Yeah. It's some way that we think we're supposed to be. Now, I see this as a person. They're very tempting. They have a beauty to them. They might not actually be, traditionally beautiful, but they have a charm. They have an elegance. They have a way that they present themselves, and it just draws you in. It's like, wow, it's mesmerizing. There is really an element here of somebody whispering in your ear, as the devil is whispering in this person's ear. It's like, I'm whispering to you. It's like I'm telling you this, but in confidence. So don't go telling anybody. You're not going to tell anybody, and they're going to tell different things to different people. There's somebody who's helping you, and I say this in air quotes. Well, Spirit says this in air quotes, right? because they're not helping you. They're hindering you, but saying that they're helping you. So there is something coming forward here, and you're going to see a pattern with this person. It like you're going to give them 3 tries or multiples of 3s, and it's like, okay, this keeps on happening. What's going on? So there's somebody here that you're kind of calling out, if not to their face, because it might not be worth the blow up, at least to your inner self. At least, inwardly you're saying, what's going on here? I'm not taking this anymore. The 8 of Swords, worry, doubt, fear, being overwhelmed. You're being too much in your head, Scorpio. Overthinking, overanalyzing. That's because of what's being told to you, of, kind of like listening to the wrong people. And it's really halting you. And so Spirit is saying here, why are you stopping? Don't get in your own head. That's going to be something during this time that's going to be a real battle for us. Don't get in your own head. Don't overthink. Don't overanalyze. It's going to hold you back. It's going to take away what you need. Then we have our tarot energy again. Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Guide this reading and show me clearly. 7 of Wands, angels and spirit guides. The Page of Water, that's us, and the Wheel of Fortune. Okay, we are a student right here that's coming out the strongest, the Page of Wands. We are going to be a student of what we want, what we love. Our hearts are really open. We're really open to different avenues, different ideas, different ways forward. This is a time to explore. We're going to not want to explore. We're going to want to sit there and say, no, I already know everything. Spirit's saying, no, really look at things like a child would. Ask questions, dive deeper, wonder why it just keeps on coming forward. And let yourself search, let yourself see, let yourself ask those questions, because it's going to open up something to you, and you're going to be like, oh, that's what I needed, and I didn't even know I needed it. That's what I wanted, I didn't even know I wanted it. It brings us to the 7 of Wands. We are very much in fight or flight mode. We are very much in the sense of, I have to fight. I have to, stand this ground, go after this. If I don't fight, nothing will get done. And Spirit's saying here, stop. You're wasting your energy. These people are draining you. You're not going to be able to get them to see, even though they should see, even though they should understand. They're not on board. This is somebody who's obstinate. They're like, you're not going to tell me what to do. And they have a way of getting other people around them. This could be a person you need to walk away from, or you need to stop valuing their opinion as much as you're doing, because they're not going to see it. Again, they can say one thing to your face. They will say a whole bunch to behind your back, and it'll start again, new battles, and you'll be in this hot seat and be the bad guy. And you're like, what the heck is going on here? The Wheel of Fortune. Everything is changing. You're entering into a new season. This is kind of like the darkness before the dawn, the death and rebirth of where you want to be and who you are and what's important. You're going to see yourself stepping out of this time different. It's just going to be different. You're not going to know exactly why. It can be that, it can be much more challenging. You can be a little bit more fed up. So just be mindful of this, because things get heavy and we can be tired of heavy. But there's also a sense of, once I come out of this energy, which can very well, and it will, last longer than to the mid of May. We're going to find here that once we come out of this energy, it's like, okay, this is what I needed to see. Okay, this is where I needed to be. Okay, this is what I needed to understand. And it opens up doors. It opens up us to us. And it starts a whole new season. It starts a whole new way of being. I see like getting a whole new wardrobe or cleaning out the old. It's like out with the old, in with the new. It doesn't mean that we have to get a whole new wardrobe, but it means that even when we're wearing the clothes, like, we feel different in it. We feel different in our own skin. Our subconscious energy to be mindful of is the 10 of Pentacles. And the 10 of Pentacles is something that we think is inherited. There's almost a sense of, it's like I inherited a curse, and I don't know where this comes up. But it can be that when we were younger, we looked at something and it's like, oh, okay, everybody has a bad marriage. Like the firstborn always has a bad marriage, or always has this, or always has that. That's what I'm seeing here. And we made these broad, sweeping, statements that we've actually carried with us. So be very mindful of this, because there's something that, kind of we came to a conclusion of, and not justly for ourselves. We just came to that conclusion, and it's been staying with us. And we need to purge something here, because it's almost like, oh, I inherited this, and we actually inherited a blessing, and yet we look at what we're looking at as a curse. I don't know what that's about. So yeah, Yeah, but Spirit does need it stated. It leads us to our chakra energy, which is divine wisdom. This is the soul star chakra located 6 inches above our crown. This is divinity handing us wisdom, insight, ideas. We're diving deeper into things, and there's just going to be a knowing. That's why we're coming through as the student. We're really receptive to knowing, understanding, asking questions, again, wondering why, and finding out those answers. That starts to open up to us. It leads us then to Leo energy. This is going to be the energy that I see that's, fight first, like think later type of energy. So again, if you're a Leo cross-watching, don't get insulted. There is somebody coming up who's just really hot-headed. They're not thinking through everything. There's going to be a sense, and it doesn't have to be a Leo. This is going to be a person who believes that force equals right, like might equals right, period, and stop. So being aware of this and just understanding that you're tired, Scorpio, you really are. You're like, I don't want to deal with this battle anymore. I don't want to fight anymore. It brings us to the 9 of Wands, and that's exactly it. It's resting after the fight, but also understanding that we can't take in everybody's opinion, everybody's way of seeing things, everybody's, demands. We have to look at what we need and set up the walls around us to be able to move ourselves forward, to be able to see the bigger picture, to be able to get to where we need to be for us. It leads us then to the 3 of Swords. There is an energy here when we're facing everything that's holding us back, the doubt, the fear, the stepping into our own mind too much. We're looking at heartbreak. We're looking at pain. Somebody's using that heartbreak and pain against us. They're using it as a what if. What if this happens again? What if everything fails? What if everything falls apart? And it's like, yeah, but what if it doesn't? And now it is time to look at the heartbreak that has defined us, because this person knows that it has defined us. And it's saying, no, you don't get to rule me anymore. I acknowledge this pain and I'm not ruled by it. It brings us then to the Page of Earth. The Page of Earth. We are students of the seeds that we are planting. We are looking at what we want to grow. We're looking at the garden that we want. We're looking at the plants that we want to plant next to each other and how they help each other, how they don't help each other. We're looking at the earth in a whole new way. We're looking at ourselves and what we desire in a whole new way. And it's opening up the door. It's opening up the door to us in a way that is like, oh, I didn't realize this. There's also somebody coming in. They're more grounded than we are. They just are. They're going to have a little bit more of a sensible nature to them, but they have this immense curiosity that we're going to be so attracted to. Just so attracted to. They have a young, adventurous soul. I don't see this person as young, though. But they want to push boundaries. They want to understand things more. Again, wonder why. See why. Just keeps on coming forward. All right, Scorpio. I hope this reading has resonated with you. I wish you nothing but light, love, peace, and happiness. May harmony always be with you. I am sending loving, healing energy to each and every one of you. I love you all, and stay safe. Let's end this reading with a meditation, a clearing away of negative energy, a raising of our positive energy as we embrace the power and intensity of this time and of ourselves. So take a nice deep breath in, exhaling whenever it feels comfortable for you. May you move forward in peace and in harmony, Scorpio, and may blessings always be with you.